Hi, Evie. You gonna lick me to death? Are you gonna lick me to death? Yeah. All right. What happened to your nose? See your nose. What's going on with your nose? There we go. That's better, isn't it? Yep. Well, guess what, Evie? I got a special tale to tell you. I made a purchase. Can you believe it? I know you can't believe it, can you? Can you believe it? A purchase. And it's your favorite. Look. See it? Oh, yeah. She sees it. It's her favorite. Are those shinies, Eva? Are those shinies? You love sharters. Are you going to get them? Are you going to get the shinies? Better get the shinies. It's shiny time. She even likes blades that are shiny. All right. But really, though, like the dog, any kind of blade comes out, he's running away. The cat, she'll come up and sniff it and even rub her head on it. Difference between cats and dogs. All right. So, guess what, Evie? You got shinies. I bought a lot of coins from a guy. My guy in New York, I call him. My guy in New York. New York. And I didn't know whether to buy this lot or not because all I had to go off of was a picture. And that picture only showed one side of the coin. And, hey, Finn. What you doing, buddy? Come here. What you doing? So, yeah. It only showed one side of the coins, but luckily, I knew what the coins were because, you know, like, I'll give you for instance, these 2 Canadian dimes. The only side, it showed just like this. So the 68 showed. So what's that tell me? Well, it's either 50% or it's nickel. Okay. So I asked him if it was magnetic. Then the second thing was I didn't know what year this was, but it didn't matter. And the reason is there's a young head. The only way this could have mattered if this wasn't Canadian. But it's Canadian, so we're good. So I knew what those were. I knew these, but I didn't know what year. Okay, I know this coin because I already have one. Okay, so there's that. But this, I needed to know the year. Because if it's the right year and the right mint mark, it's money. Especially in this condition. Because we're at some kind of uncirculated here or something really close to it. Right? These commemoratives, not so much. Not so special. But these right here, the right date, with the right mint marking, you hit a gold mine. We did not hit a gold mine. Well, to be fair, I haven't checked, but that was not the dates that I know in my head that are good. So, and also in the picture, this coin looked really rough. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not in great shape, and it's in such bad shape, I'm actually comfortable handling it. This is purely silver value here, but you can almost make Libertad out on the cap. And that's a lot better than it looked like in that photo. See that? In the photo, it looked like it was really worn. It's probably very fine. Or fine to very fine. Depending on how weak the strike was. Could be very fine. But it's probably more like fine. But the point is, it looked a lot more worn than this. And you start losing silver content at a certain point. So I didn't know whether to buy this on. And the reason I didn't know whether to buy it is because the price was not nice. This is $45 worth of silver, guys. And I paid $67 for it. Okay. But we'll get into that. The reason I took that risk, there's one coin. And in my estimation, the risk worked out. But you guys can tell me in the comments what you think. So this is not the coin that I was excited about, but it is cool. I've always thought I have another one. Because you got your planets here. And it's Copernicus, right? We've all heard of Copernicus. And so that's really cool. 1973, so we got a theme at least, right? 1973. 1973. See that? And all these coins have the exact same amount of silver in them. They're the same denomination. These two are commemoratives. And the 70s German commemoratives, even though the mintages aren't huge on some of them, they still don't carry the value that you might expect. A lot of coins from the 70s don't. I don't know why people hate coins from the 70s, but it really tends to drag on the value. I got a Canadian $50. You can almost not make it out. And what's funny about this coin is it's the way it's toned. The actual details are there, but it's toned. This coin's probably AU. But the way it's toned in such a funny way that it looks rough. But there's actually still luster on this thing. I'm telling you. It's just, it's toned. The details are very, very sharp on this coin. I mean, I wish I could show you. But there you go. See that? You can still see like the edges of the crown. This thing is, you can see the luster even in the deep recesses. So I don't know what got this coin so toned, but as far as wear, it's not there, and yeah, there's luster on this coin. There's still, like I said, it's probably an AU. Doesn't matter. I mean, it's not like a key date or nothing, but I think they're cool. I've always liked the Canadian $50. I think they're nice. But that's not why we bought the lot. Here's some more coins I got. This actually was one of the coins that turned me on to the lot. It's a Iranian Rial, or I think that's how you say it. And it's hard to see, but you got a lion with a sword and the sun behind it. It's a really cool, iconic design. I'm trying to date it. I think it's 1944, but tell me if you guys can make it out in the comments. But I think that's 1944. Let me know if you can make it out. The date's right there, by the way. Which is a common date, but it's got some luster on it too. So it's in decent shape. This Swiss coin is in good shape, actually. And it's a 1921. I do know there's some key dates in the 20s, but I'm not sure if it's the half franc or the franc. And I haven't really checked. Also of note is this 20 centavos, because from the picture it looked to be rough, but upon further inspection it's extra fine or so. So this is definitely much nicer than I expected on the 20 centavos. And all these coins, you know, with the way they've been put together, there's themes, 1973. Maybe all these are from the 20s, but I don't think so. I think that's a 1944. But these are, well, that one's from 1930 something, isn't it? 1939. So there went that idea. 1939. And we're going to put all these, of course, in flips here in a little bit. Then, you know, we get some nice francs. You know, 1917, you know, extra fine franc. Same here. This one's worn, but this one's not that worn. This is the 50 centimes. It's not super worn. I'm just saying it's more worn than the francs are. Really toned, but it's even got some rainbow hue to it if you look. I don't mind toning. I think it's kind of neat. But you can let me know what you think in the comments. The 50 centime is way more worn than the francs, but it's not. It's very fine, or so to fine. It's not in bad shape. Now, none of those coins are exciting or special or worth the premium, but this is. So this is the coin. Now, when I got the picture, all I could see was the back. Okay. I could not see the front of the coin. I just had to guess. But, yeah, this coin paid for the lot almost by itself if you go off book value. But I don't pay book value. Very rarely. Unless it's like super uncirculated. Really nice example. But I'll pay half a book. And, you know, so half a book on this coin covers the difference between spot and what we got. So it's a semi-key date. It's I looked at the numbers, and only 4% of all the Numista collectors have this coin. Of people who have these coins. So, like, they take all the 1 marks of this series. Only 4% of the coins listed are this coin, this mint mark, this date. Okay, and as you can see, there's no real problems with the coin. So I didn't know if I was getting bamboozled or not, but let's look at the back end of that coin. Here we go. If you look, it's a 1 mark coin with an E mint mark. No real big scratches on it or nothing. Just some bag marks. You expect that with coinage that was actually meant for circulation. You can really see the details and the edging. Let me do this so you can actually see them. Yeah. So I don't see any big problems. There looks to be a bit of a nick on that K. But nothing. That might just be toning, actually. I wish my camera would be nicer. But there we go. Yeah, so $67 for $45 worth of silver, guys. That's how you do it. Yeah, extra fine at that year, that mint mark. You know, books for 50. There was one more coin. You guys are like, that wasn't $45 worth of silver, Josh. You're full of nonsense. By my calculations, that was $42 worth of silver. Well, here's where that extra $3 went, guys. It's a... And this coin's actually in better shape than I expected. So it's an 1876 1 mark coin. The reverse is nicer than the obverse. But it's fine. It's not in bad shape. I like these old Wilhelm I coins. You know, it's tricky because the Wilhelm II era coins are actually good too. So it's, it's not that I don't dislike either one, but there's just something about the old Wilhelm I coins. It was less ostentatious. That's the word I'd use. It was a little more humble, a little more. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still really, really cool designs, but a little more humble, a little less out there in your face, devil may care kind of designs. Guys, hope you liked the video. Tip your waitress. Hope you find all the collectibles of your dreams while you're awake. Little Miss Eva here, she's missed me. I've been at work for about 13 hours, so she's a pretty happy camper right now. Poor Mr. Finn wants to play fetch, so I better get going. Thanks for watching. Like and share. Tell a friend. Ciao.